Darren Steen here from Fat Loss Lifestyle, bringing to you video number 2. It's the weight loss edition. The title is Protein Abuse, Carbophobia. I really want to nail something down here, something that any truly natural competitive figure, physique, or natural bodybuilder knows. That it's not more protein doesn't equal more muscle, and protein is abused. There's a certain amount, there's about 3 different amounts. A female 120 should take in about 25 to 30 grams of protein every meal that they consume. A little bit bigger person, 150 pounds to 170 pounds, about 35 to 40 grams of quality protein in every meal, eating about every 3 hours. And then the big boys, 200 plus, work out intensely, should consume around 40 to 50 grams of protein in every meal, every time you eat, about every 3 hours. Above and beyond that, more protein doesn't equal more muscle. It just equals stressed kidneys, acidic systems, and problems. Now here's where the magic happens. Your muscles are the engine. How much muscle you have and how hard you're working them out in resistance training dictates how much gasoline you use, right? Just like a car. Push hard on the accelerator, big engine, an old 455 police interceptor, a lot of gas is needed to go fast, quick. All right, so how much muscle you got? How hard are you working them out? 3 to 4 times a week. Will tell you how much fuel you need. What's your fuel? Starchy carbohydrates, what everyone's afraid of. Rices, potatoes, oatmeals are 3 fantastic sources of gasoline or starchy carbs. You consume those, your body breaks it down into glucose or blood sugar. That's the gasoline that you use. Now let's get one thing straight. Everyone's got a phobia of starchy carbs. That's only natural. I had a phobia of natural carbs before I started my bodybuilding career in 1989. I had a little bit of a phobia last year, 22 years into my professional bodybuilding career. I got over that hump, and you got to prove to yourself that if you time the starchy carbs right in the middle of the day, 50% of them in the 2-hour window before, so 25% in the window 2-hour before, 25% in the 2-hour window right after an intense weight training session, that you can consume more starchy carbs and get leaner, gain muscle, and lose fat at the same time. Okay, so let's talk about the timing of the starchy carbs. The amount of starchy carbs. Whatever amount of starchy carbs you're eating right now, presently, you need to figure that out. Trust me, most people are eating 50 to 150 grams of starchy carbs. I even see muscular guys that have phobias of carbs, and they're eating only 150 grams of starchy carbs. What you need to do is figure out where you're at now. Let's say the average person is consuming 100 grams of starchy carbs in their day. Let's go up 75 per day to 175 on your big days. So 175 grams of starchy carbs on intense workout days. Okay? When I say intense, I'm saying big body parts, legs, back, chest. If you work those body parts out in a weight training session, if you traditionally take 100 grams of starchy carbs, just go to 175 on those days. Okay? On other days that you work out, but smaller body parts where it's not as intense, let's bring it down to 150 grams for the day. 1 or 2 days a week when you don't do weight training and maybe just do cardio, let's take it down to 50. So you get 3 days and you fluctuate the amount of starchy carbs that you're going to eat in that day. So that's just a general idea of someone who can slowly prove themselves that they can get leaner, gain more muscle, and their belly fat and their waistline can go down by eating more starchy carbs. Implement that strategy for 1 week. Give me a scale weight, a waistline measurement. If the scale stays the same and the waistline goes down by 1/4 or 1/2 of an inch, you know that it's working for you, and you can prove to yourself in a short amount of time that eating more starchy carbs means getting leaner and gaining more muscle. I'm telling you right now, the starchy carbs are by far the most anabolic macronutrient out there. It's amazing. Anabolic just means growing, gaining muscle and losing fat. Catabolic means you're losing muscle. And that's a deficit, and that's what the body wants to do if you're starving yourself to death of the gasoline that your engine uses. You need to get through, if your goal is weight loss and losing fat fast, you need to get through your brain, your thick skull, that gaining muscle is your best fat-burning friend that you have. If you're watching this video, you're more than likely working out, you're not sitting on a couch, you're not sedentary. The Atkins diet, all protein and fat and no carbs, does not work. It might work for 2 to 3 months for a sedentary, obese person, but soon you got to start walking, you got to start moving, doing rubber band movements. You got to become, at that point, you're an athlete. Change your mind into eating like an athlete. protein abuse, starchy carb intake, having a strategy is absolutely the key to you losing fat and gaining muscle and losing weight fast, the right way, 2 to 3 pounds. We don't really want to lose it fast. I just say that because that's a big marketing thing. Everyone wants to do that. But if you're losing it the wrong way, which a lot of people do, and yo-yo back and forth, you're in for a lifelong yo-yo bouncing back and forth, losing muscle as you go. We lose muscle fast enough as we go into our 40s, 50s, and 60s. You don't want to take away your own muscle by going catabolic, by having the protein syndrome and the carbophobia. So there you go, your best weight loss nutrition strategy that I can come up with. I hope it makes sense. Please comment below, and I can touch on the other people who probably need to take more. But absolutely, I can help you personalize your best plan of attack on a specific nutrition strategy that's going to give you your best chance of having your best body and your best life. Darren Steen for Fat Loss Lifestyle. Make the rest of your life the best of your life.